Cardi B went on Twitter Spaces or X Spaces over the weekend.
I really want to tell y'all about this idol. I really want to tell y'all so much about this hating because every single time that I find like peace, first of all, the way this man ruined my Valentine's Day, and then like I really want to let y'all know the business that he did. I'm gonna tell you about his suicide. I'm gonna say it soon, but I'm gonna let him keep trying me. I'm gonna let him keep trying me. I'm gonna collect all my evidence, so when I come here, I'm gonna show y'all the type of
This is tea for me. Why I just heard that motherfucking Ari slept with Offset, so MoneyBagg Yo unfollow Ari, or Ari unfollow MoneyBagg Yo. Is this, what's going on?
So MoneyBagg Yo just confirmed that Ari Fletcher was messing around with Offset. And let's just say, he's not handling it quietly.
I'm finna put it in you bitch's face who always said I want to be shit. I remember that shit. Don't try to DM me now. Don't try to call niggas around me and tell, hey man, tell back. Fuck that. I don't fuck with on there. That's just how I feel, man. Don't act now, cause shit good. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm doing something wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, bro. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. Hey man, I didn't need you butting in.
The whispers about Offset and Ari hooking up started swirling a couple days ago. And ever since then, social media has been going crazy. At first, folks thought it was just another messy rumor. But now, it's blowing up for real. MoneyBagg's spiraling. He went off on both Ari and Offset online. And word in the streets is, he's even threatening to leak videos of the two together. Yeah, it's getting real nasty out here. This isn't just some random argument. It's turning into a full-blown scandal. MoneyBagg seems dead set on stirring things up even more. And honestly, it feels like he's just getting warmed up. And let's be real, Offset cheating? That's not some shocker anymore. He and Cardi B already split, and he's been caught slipping way before that. He almost had a whole baby on her at one point. But what's got everybody talking is Ari Fletcher being the one tangled up with Offset. That twist hit hard, mostly because Ari's always talking big about how she's never second to nobody and refuses to deal with someone else's man. So, to see her pop up in the middle of Offset's drama? People are stunned, especially since she was with MoneyBagg Yo, or at least she used to be.
Ari and MoneyBagg done followed each other on Instagram. So the people who thinking that Ari didn't sleep with Offset, the proof is in the pudding. And another thing, Cardi B actually confirmed it with that tweet that she deleted. She gonna call Ari a bobblehead. I don't blame her though, cause I don't see how Ari can get mad at Cardi B when Ari slept with Offset and that's Cardi B's ex-husband, whatever. Like, how you gonna get mad at her?
And here's where it gets even messier. Because this whole situation exploded after blogger One Go Alexis dropped a bombshell. Cardi B might be expecting Stefan Diggs' baby. Yup. Word is, Cardi and Stefan have been secretly seeing each other for a minute now. The real tea? People are saying they started messing around while Cardi was still pregnant with her and Offset's third child. This rumor's been floating around for a minute, but every time it comes up, it gets messier and messier. Blogger One Go Alexis just turned up the heat by dropping a photo of Cardi B and Stefan Diggs looking real cozy, captioned with, "A birdie on my shoulder told me these two are already expecting a baby. She's pregnant." Whoa. Now, considering Cardi just had a baby like 6 or 7 months ago, this news hit like a bombshell. Like, girl, slow down. Just because the snapback is snatched doesn't mean the uterus caught a break too. But let's break down who this blogger Alexis really is, because her role in all this is shady on a whole different level. So here's the deal. There's been talk that some celebs got bloggers on payroll to spin stories in their favor. And word on the street is, Cardi and Offset were allegedly working with Alexis back when they were still together, feeding her stories to keep their image polished. But once their relationship hit the wall, the whole vibe switched up. Now it's looking like Alexis picked her side, and let's just say, Cardi's not it.
Oh, Cardi, they always try to say Cardi's crazy because she comes online and she responds to everything and she tells you what's going on.
If she feels those threats of murder are valid, she needs to call proper authorities though, and not go to social media with it.
Yeah.
But had she already?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's nothing wrong.
She did.
That's true. But I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with expressing something like that publicly, especially if you think, you know.
Judging by how Cardi's been acting lately, she clearly believes Alexis is riding with Offset now. But things really exploded when Cardi and Alexis went at it hard online. That back and forth was straight fire, and Alexis came with receipts. She dropped actual DMS from Cardi, and in one of them, Cardi sounded fed up. She admitted Offset had been messing around with Ari, writing, "Why you saying that? IFD Offset this weekend like B. I don't get enough support. Lying on my P is crazy, and he has not F me neither. Y'all truly gotta leave me the F alone." We both moved on. That message? Pure chaos. Cardi was clearly over it, but at the same time, she was spilling way more than expected. This drama just keeps leveling up.
I don't cheat no more. Oh my God. So now I don't cheat no more. I didn't realize that I was necessarily cheating. Well, you do know you're cheating, but like how bad I was cheating until I started taking my person. I was like, oh, it's supposed to feel like.
Cardi came in hot saying, "Tell him to tell you how he was messing with Ari while we were still together. But I'm the one who's wrong for moving on. Leave me the F alone." And Alexis didn't hold back. She clapped back with, "He said he smashed when you was in Atlanta." The internet lost its mind. Jaws were on the floor. Folks were scrambling to figure out which Ari Cardi meant, until Alexis confirmed it loud and clear. It was Ari Fletcher. She even pulled up receipts. Alexis posted one of Ari's old tweets from February that said, "Coming to a woman as a woman or telling on a woman to her man gotta be top 2 corniest, most miserable beast alive." Then Alexis added the kicker. "I kept it P. I didn't tell the world she was talking about Cardi. I didn't tell the world how she called back trying to tell on Ari because of Offset." That right there? Pure pettiness. Sounds like Cardi was trying to stir things up and get Ari in trouble with her man. MoneyBagg Yo. But Bag wasn't trying to hear none of that back then. Yeah, probably didn't believe it. Or maybe he just didn't care. Let's not forget, he was out here doing Ari dirty too, and not just once. So if she did go and return the favor with Offset, it wouldn't be shocking. But still, you can tell Bag's pride took a hit. That ego? Bruised. And Alexis wasn't done lighting fires. She kept the mess rolling with more accusations about Cardi. She circled right back to the rumor about Cardi being involved with Stefan Diggs while she was still pregnant. Alexis wrote, "I love how Cards people told me she was seeing Steph, and when I posted it, Kim Barbie called me saying, boom, another twist. This drama just keeps stacking up. Every time someone speaks, it's like a whole new secret spills out. And Alexis, she's clearly got more where that came from." Cardi's team swore she didn't even know Stefan Diggs. But then Ari Fletcher's bestie came in swinging, saying she saw Cardi leaving that man's hotel room, 7 months pregnant, with her hair all messed up. And just like that, Team She Innocent crumbled. Now here's where it gets real wild. Word is, Offset was actually the one who started spreading the whispers about Cardi and Stefan messing around. Yeah, you heard that right. Sources were saying Cardi allegedly had something going on with Stefan Diggs while she was still pregnant. Offset reportedly found out by going through her phone, where he saw some messages and photos that were way too friendly. One message even had Cardi talking about how she couldn't wait to get back into it with Diggs. And guess what? Offset allegedly ran straight to DJ Academics with the tea. The mess didn't stop there though, because let's be real, the Diggs brothers, Stefan and Trayvon, are no strangers to Instagram models and wild headlines. They've got kids all over and a long list of flings, so fans started saying Cardi might have just found herself another Offset 2.0. Messy. That's when fans started connecting the dots. The theory? Ari's best friend might have spilled the tea to Ari. Ari ran and told Offset. And Offset, being Offset, just couldn't keep his mouth shut. Allegedly, of course. But wait, it gets even messier. Alexis wasn't done dragging Cardi. She came with another claim, saying Cardi straight up lied about Offset not getting gifts for their kids last Christmas. Alexis said, "Cardi told me Set didn't get nothing for his kids, just for a family member to send me pics of all the stuff he actually bought." So now it's looking like that whole deadbeat dad narrative was maybe just part of a bigger spin. Alexis finished it off with, "It was cool when y'all were my source and it wasn't anything bad about Offset. But now y'all want to flip it and throw dirt because y'all feel guilty. Whew, this whole thing is turning into a full-blown blame game, and nobody's safe." Things really took a turn when Cardi started throwing around legal threats. A fan tweeted, "Every time they're seen together, this dog of a bee and her owner start dropping malicious content. Legal action is needed." And Cardi immediately responded, Absolutely. That was all Alexis needed to snap. She clapped back hard. This ain't like Tasha K. I never told a lie. Then she dared Cardi to take her to court, saying, I hope she does, because when she finds out who my source really was, let's see if she's bold enough to apologize to Set. Alexis wasn't holding back, not even a little. She even accused Cardi of trying to flip the script and launch a smear campaign against Offset. According to Alexis, if I show the court that Kim Barbie and Cardi B were my source when it came to all the bad stuff I was dropping about Offset, they gonna be like, dang, how she switched sides like that? It gotta be Offset. But then she shut that down too. And I told them what I'll tell y'all, it's not. Let's go to court. You ain't finna keep threatening folks, just do it. And she didn't stop there. Alexis said, if you feeling froggy, stay asleep. Whew, it's a whole war zone out here, and fans, they're loving every second of this chaotic mess. But you know who's not loving it? MoneyBagg Yo. He's clearly over all this drama. Word is, he and Ari Fletcher are officially done, and not on friendly terms either. They both hit that unfollow button on social media, and in celebland, that's basically a public breakup statement. It screams, we don't mess with each other no more. And Ari, she's been on a blocking spree. Anyone bringing up her split or asking if she really hooked up with Offset? Blocked. She's shutting it all down. But the internet's not letting this one go anytime soon. Now tell me this ain't suspicious. Cheating is foul no matter what. But fans are calling MoneyBagg Yo all the way out for acting like the victim, when he was the one cheating on Ari first. And not just once. Dude had a whole pattern. But now that Ari might have gotten her lick back, suddenly he's pressed. Let's not forget, Ari already dumped him once back in 2022 because of his cheating. She was tweeting real emotional that day, writing, I had a long emotional day yesterday. I cried a lot. I felt better after I let it out. I needed that. No regrets or hard feelings. I'm thankful for my life and all the people in it. And I've been through so much, and I've come so far. I got so much more life to live. I'm ready. Then she sealed the deal with another tweet. Happy, paid, and single. Ready for everything. So yeah, she let it be known. That breakup was public and loud. And honestly, nobody was shocked. Bagg had pushed her to her limit with all the cheating, and fans had seen enough. But let's be real for a second. Bagg's a rapper, and rappers staying loyal, that's rarer than a unicorn. At first, both Ari and Bagg played it cool, stayed quiet, let the blogs do their thing. But then, the real storm hit. A woman popped out claiming she had been messing around with Bagg while he was still with Ari. That's when things went from bad to straight up messy. Before that girl came with her receipts, Ari had been spinning the situation like she was unbothered. She was talking big, saying Bagg could never cheat on her, and she's not the type of woman to get played. But the second the side chick entered the chat with proof, that whole vibe disappeared. The receipts didn't lie, and Ari had to admit what it really was. Bagg did cheat, and no amount of tough talk could cover that up. Ari eventually confirmed the cheating rumors, but tried to play it off like that wasn't the reason they broke up. But come on now, nobody was buying that. It was giving full-on damage control. She was clearly scrambling to save face after doing all that, talking about how Bagg would never cheat on her, how she was his only one, and dropping all that ride-or-die energy. Then, just like clockwork, she took him right back a couple weeks later. Yup, they did the whole fresh start routine, talking about moving forward, new beginnings. You know the drill. Bagg even sat down for a full interview, pouring his heart out like it was a movie. He said he was sorry, didn't mean to hurt Ari, and that he still loved her deep down. He went on and on, calling her the one and talking about how much she means to him. He even admitted Ari hates when he makes her look goofy in public. And like, hello? Isn't that exactly what he did? It's wild how the one thing she feared the most, being publicly embarrassed, was the very thing he served her on a silver platter. Not just once either. And here's the part that really stings. Bagg admitted that Ari didn't even find out about his cheating from him. Someone else had to put her on. That's not just disrespectful. That's betrayal on top of betrayal. After all that, Bagg claimed he wanted to fix his ways, said he was working through his cheating issues and that Ari was being supportive, standing by him, trying to help him grow. And based on how serious he sounded in that interview, you'd think he was done looking at any other woman ever again. But guess what? Just a few months later, he got caught creeping again, this time with his baby mama. Like for real, he didn't even try to keep it clean. Same pattern, same heartbreak, different woman, Juicy. Now, if you've been keeping up with the MoneyBagg saga, you know that Juicy has been a thorn in her side for ages. She's got 3 kids with Bagg, and with all her online stunts and slick remarks, it's obvious she's still clinging on. And the way Bagg moves, it sometimes feels like he might still be holding on to her naturally. Ari can't stand it. On Young Miami's podcast, Kaisha, she made it crystal clear by mocking Juicy for trying to twist the narrative. She declared that Bagg would never mess with Juicy again. Like, never, ever. But we all know Juicy thrives on drama. She didn't miss a beat, clapping back at Rai, saying, "All I can do is laugh at this BSic. I gotta stay quiet cause I go too far. Oh, and no man ever pimps me, slow girl. A man might act like he doesn't care, but he'll literally lose his cool if another guy gets too close. I'm the one who will stand up, ditch him, and erase his entire social life." She made it clear, anyone who cheats doesn't truly love you. Juicy confirmed that Bagg was still cheating on Arian, trying to spin the block and getting jealous whenever he saw her chatting with another guy. And she hinted that Bagg's been caught cheating before, spilling the tea like never before. Honestly, it wasn't hard for folks to believe any of this. Juicy and Ari both tried to save face online, throwing shots left and right. Ari posted, "To lie and try to manipulate people into thinking you mess with someone who doesn't even mess with you back? That's mental illness. These internet antics gotta stop. I get secondhand embarrassment watching folks be delusional and pretend." But Juicy? Oh, she didn't back down one bit. She fired right back. "Stop playing with me before I really give it to you. The only one in this situation with a mental illness is your slow self. She be watching me from fake pages. This girl is really slow. Like, stop watching me. I don't even think about your dumb self." That petty energy jumped straight over to Bagg and Ari's timeline too, and they started dragging each other all over Twitter. Bagg tweeted, "Watch out for people in your life that look for a reason to fall out with you." Ari wasn't having it. She clapped back, "You really not trying to play this game, are you? I'll finish it on this B." At this point, it's looking like Bagg took his baby mama's side over Ari's. And let's keep it real, Bagg has had multiple cheating scandals during his time with Ari. He stepped out on her over and over, and she just kept taking him back, over and over again. But the second Ari even thinks about spinning the block, suddenly Bagg's all salty and acting like the relationship police. It's wild. Fans have been dragging him for being a full-on hypocrite, talking like he's the victim when he's been clowning her for years. But enough about what the internet thinks. I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts and hot takes in the comments below. Like this video if you were locked in, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.